the Gen Zs and millennials were presenting their own agendas. So now, kutoka sahi, henceforth, what is your agenda? I want to believe that those people who are not watching from my channel, you are really missing a lot. You are missing a lot. Because what guys are discussing right now, Pale X, is a stuff I discussed long time ago. I think it was the second day of Mandamano. Yeah, that was on Friday. I talked about there's no revolution, there's no change, there's nothing that can come out as a result without a leader. A leader is very, very important. And having a leader who is a visionary, a leader who is glued to change, a leader who is not going to accept bribery, who is not going to accept any form of dialogue which is going to lead to our demise. So what we're saying right now is it is now coming to an end. You see, people like Oscar Sudi, they're now talking because they've come out of the protective shows because they have seen the pressure that you had has really dropped down. So they're now out proudly talking like all those stupid people, those criminals, those people funded the young people to vandalize properties. Yeah, they're supposed to be jailed, they're supposed to be done this and that. Because why? Your pressure as Gen Zs and millennials has just boom dropped, and that's the fact. Okay, now before I ask Gen Zs a question, and I'm requesting you to follow me up, because I see what you cannot see. Like I see future before you see it. I can tell you what is gonna happen in future at this moment, because I'm able to read the past. If you can see the past, then you can probably be in the present, and you can see the future. You can see the future. You can see things which are probably to come, and that is a fact. You understand? So make sure you subscribe, like, and share. Follow step by step, and always watch my videos to the end, because in the end, that is where more ideas comes. You understand? So I want to tell you now this, and follow me close. Follow me close. Kuna viongozi, the appetite to leadership and looting is very high. Their appetite to forcefully lead, their appetite to forcefully lead, the appetite is very high. Number one, the President of the Republic of Kenya, William, the appetite to lead forcefully, come rain, come dry, come water, come soil, come fire, he has a greater appetite to lead and actually to mislead. Yeah, he can do anything. When I say anything, even if it means killing, he will do that. Even if it means using the police to our goons to destroy properties and blame the Gen Zs and other some particular leaders who are funding. You see, he will do anything, he will orchestrate anything to make sure that he is in power. You understand? You can, this one is evident in the following things. Number one, on the issue about finance bill, that whatever means he want this finance bill to go ahead and be the law, be signed in whatever means. You can hear his words. Despite the statements and the state addresses he has made, he still goes ahead in his personal capacity. You will hear him say, you know, if we drop this, there's a lot we are going to lose. Even if we have exposed a lot that was unconstitutional in the finance bill, but he still has the appetite to make sure that this thing must go ahead, whatever means. That's the president. You understand? You can hear the tricks he's using in addressing people. You see, you ask him this question, he will start explaining, answering that question all the way from Rongai. He will use Rongai, go to Dagoretti, go to Karen. By the time it comes to State House, where the conversation is done, it has taken, you have forgotten the question itself. And that is what he wants. He will remind you a lot of things. But he doesn't want to be reminded what he said that is not done now. The plans on Mama Mboga is now not spoken. You understand? There's a lot of cunning. So he will, what he want you to understand as a president, he is going to use any means, and he has the science of human beings. He understands your thinking and your capacity, because he understands that you are yours. You have the knowledge of the Europeans, not yours. So we are in a state of confusion whether we are supposed to support or not to support. He understands some other people amongst Gen Zs have the appetite to leadership, have the appetite to have a work, have the appetite to be given money, and he knows, and he is going to use a trick, and he is using. Right now, we have other guys who he has captured, who gives him information, what is happening, and he has paid these people a lot of money. You understand? So Jenny says you plan here, but somebody else is leaking the same information to the president, and the president is not even listening. He is focused on his agendas. That Ruto must go. That has nothing to do with me. You see, that is their own stuff. I'm interested in discharging my duties and responsibilities to the people of the Republic of Kenya, as if the people who are protesting are not the people of the Republic of Kenya. They are goons. So he will do anything to be in power, whatever it takes. And number 2, viongozi wanaoongoza na kifua kabisa. Kifua. Leaders who are leading with pride, yeah, with a dictatorship kind. And number 2 is Oscar Sudi. Oscar Sudi. The way he's talking is as if there's nothing you can do to him. You understand? It's as if there's nothing you can do to him. Like, what are you saying? I made this money long time ago. You see? So you think, oh, you have destroyed my properties, you see, you have cut my hands. What are you saying? Yeah? You cannot stop me from doing and having and being what I want. Of course, that's true. Yeah? But you are addressing the next generation. You are addressing the leaders who are to come. Remember, we are there listening. So which means when you have money, this is the way you're supposed to lead, and this is the way you're supposed to talk. That's what you're learning from you. That is what you're learning from the president. Another person who is ongozaring with kifua is Kimani Ichung'wah. Yeah, people like Kimani Ichung'wah are now not talking, and they're the ones who were saying this finance bill is the best. Did he know that Musalia Mudavadi's wife has an office, has his own independent office, and the money is driven into that office? Did he know that? Did he know that Gachagua, the deputy president, the president, his wife has an office that is that money is driven into. The president of the wife of the president has an independent office and the money is driven into that office. What is that for? Did Kimani Ichung'wah talk about that? Oh no, that is not his business. Yeah, that is not his business at all. He says it's only that you don't understand. Yeah, it's only, I'm not going to talk about Osoro because he's a minute. Yeah, so this guy, whatever means, there is still, wanangoja tu kidogo mambo itulie, they will come out. Yeah, they will come out and still chafua rada. Yeah, they will come out and you will hear them speaking with a lot of pride within themselves. You see, they're supporting corruption, they're supporting high cost of living, they're supporting human trafficking and other things which are illegally done in the Republic of Kenya by the leaders. Now we have people who are secretly eating the mind of the people. Secretly, let me go. Is it secret? I'm a secret. We have people who are from a distance like this. From a distance like that. Yeah. Eating. Yeah. Deriving. Corrupting from a distance. And trying to cut the changes that we're supposed to make in our country all the way from the roots. And they are being used by our leaders. Who are they? Church leaders. Church leaders. You have heard them speak. You know, the protesters, you are now supposed to call off the protests. Before you say we call off the protest, the first question you're supposed to ask yourself, what was the intention of this protest? Before you call off something, before you say stop this, the first question that we are supposed to ask ourselves, why did it start? Who started it? Actually, the Gen Zs did not start maandamano. Who started maandamano? The leaders, the representatives in the government, the civil servants started this one. How? You are actually supporting high cost of living. That is how you started. You started arguing in parliament, you see, saying yes and no. And the president was watching the march. And we realized the president is actually watching the march and has no interest of changing the lives of people. Not interested in living within or operating within our limits. So you started it. I wonder where these pastors, these bishops, I wonder where they're coming from. I don't know where they're coming from. I don't know where they're coming from. You're not politicians. You're supposed to empower us spiritually, but you have left your mandate, your responsibility. You have left your job. Now you want to be politicians. Now you want to tell us what to do and what not to do. And you have forgotten that you are the one who have been corrupting people's mind. You're the one who have been used by the white to deceive the Africans, and you are the one who are still making life really hard by deceiving us in church that when you give more, you receive more, and people have been giving and not receiving more. It's their effort that gives them what they have. It's not the blessings. Every other person is born by a blessing. There's a certain blessing that they possess, which you cannot take away, which you cannot dim. No one has power to dim a star of somebody. You don't want to tell people the truth, but you want to brainwash them. You want to use them for your selfish interest, just as the leaders. So church, I am asking you, you are the next. We are going to come. We are going to wash. We are going to sanitize. We are going to make sure that church is advocating what it was meant to advocate. Period. Anything more than that, then we call it off. Churches ziende zirudi huko uzunguni. But Africa, Even from the church, you must teach Africa. Teach the culture of Africa. Don't tell us that our cultures are bad. No. If a witch can fly, why a person of God cannot fly? If a witch has power to fly and you are a person of God, you cannot fly. Are you serious? Are you serious? Which powers do you have? A witch can fly and you cannot fly? Hey. They are using demonic powers. Use God's powers to fly. Doesn't mean that the devil's powers are bigger than the God's powers. What are you telling us? Stop this. Were you telling us that Illuminati powers are more powerful than God's powers? And how comes an Illuminati person is rich? At it is because he owns the earth and we are just here to... What are you talking about? Who created the earth, Bwana? Who created this earth? It is God. Yeah? So this kind of things you are telling us. If a witch, just a normal person in that village, at night they can drive an animal and fly, and you are God person, you are serving a God, a creator, and you have no powers to fly. We need to question such kind of religion, because we want people can fly. We want pastors who can fly. You believe in God, you can have the wings like angels, you can do the fly. Not common people in the village can fly at night. Why can't you fly at daytime? You are lying and we are watching you. So churches, stay away from politics. You go to church, teach people and direct people spiritually, and make sure that you teach Africa. Stop teaching us English. The culture of the English. Teach us Africa. Tell us what we're supposed to do. Yeah. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, mpaka Sunday, uko church, fellowship, sijui nini. When is this person going to work? No, work for God. When you go to heaven, you're going to have everything. You have interest in living in heaven, fly away, go, die. That's the only way to go to heaven. So stop lying to the people and stop telling us what to do or what not to do. Yes, that's what we want. Now, the last question to Gen Z. Gen Z, my fellow comrades and millennials, what is your next move? Before we even talk about the next move, one of the famous questions I want to ask you is, what is our agenda? What are we fighting for? What do we want? The first agenda was very clear that Ruto, we don't want the finance bill. Angusha finance bill. Period. It was very clear, and the president akanyamaza, akawasikiza, akawapima, akasema let me see your next move. Okay, now he did the thing, akasema I have suspended this finance bill, I'm not going to sign now. So he later is going to sign according to what he said. Okay, now this other mandamano, what is the agenda? Because now I think we have totally changed, and it seems that those who were spearing ahead this mandamano have now gotten what they wanted. Is that the case? Now they are confusing us. Oh, Abana, we have to have now a leader. Oh, that's what they're discussing X right now as I speak. Oh, we need now a leader. Oh, we cannot operate this way. Oh, Andrew Kibe, Kibe, you are a leader. You are a politician. Kibe ni millennials ama ni Gen Z. Kibe si ni kaya nani ya babu wino. Yeah. So, what is our agenda before we talk about leadership? What is our agenda? If Ruto must go, what do you talk about in the last meeting with the president? What did you tell him? You were asking for jobs. You were crying to him and, unajua sasa mimi mtu alikufa mbele yangu, and I really just have that picture in mind. Go to a psychiatric bwana. Stop disturbing us. Oh, sijui, people were killed many, but the ones who were captured are few. Go to DCI. Go report there. So we were just to tell the president, you know what, Mr. President? We are sorry because we have no business with you. Number one, you lied to us. Very very simple. I wish kila mtu angemwambia. Kwanza umetudanganya, kwanza kwa finance bill kuna hizi vitu zote zimekuwa zikitendeka. Watu unaona mtu anashikwa tu kiholela, vijana wanauliwa kiovyo all along tangu ingie kwa power. Maandamano imekuaga, first case uliingia kwa bunge, ulisema you were supposed to deal with who, with cartels, that we realized kwamba ulianza kudeal na ilikuwa ni judiciary. Ukaanza kwa point. That was your first agenda. Lakini first ulisema nikiweka Biblia chini cartels. We were expecting to skie you cartels kama mkulima kuna mtu anakuambia lazima ufanye hivi ndio products zako zifike huko, report that person. That is what we wanted to hear from Mr. President. Si ndio? Hivyo tu wewe mwenye wamiwa kama hujalipa mshahara wako, report, write a claim to the office of mtu fulani, nimeweka kwa county fulani. Hivyo tu directives, order. Hiyo ndio tulikuwa tunangoja Mr. President atoe, ndio aendelea kushughulika vitu zingine secretly. Unaona? But president akaingia akaanza ku appoint. Yaani paka tukashindwa nini unafanya. So president hakuserve our interest, si ndio? President hakuserve our interest. And now tukuje kwa hizi fertilizer nini aku address, like aseme wakulima nilisema mtapata fertilizer iko cheap, but I'm sorry because you've gotten this and we are going to follow it up. Tuone kweli there's an action taken by the president. Unaona? But alinyamaza. Sasa ndiye anatuambia mnajua huyo mtu ako wapi. Unaelewa bila anakuelezea. Mbona unakuja kutuambia sahi? We don't need to hear now, because kama tungenyamaza inamaanisha hiyo uovu ingeendelea. I want you to follow me keenly. Now mambo na ku-add the office of the president, his wife, the prime cabinet secretary, something like Musalia Mudavadi, his wife, office yake, the vice president, office yake, si ndio? Hizi vitu tuko tunajua ni sawa. Mbona unasema we live according to our means, lakini unaongeza kuna mshahara na increasiwa kwa senates, kwa MPs na kwa civil servants. Na unasema kweli kabisa, let us live within our means. So number one, that is honestly an open lie yenye you have done. You are a traitor for our nation. You have been lying to our nation. You are a looter. You see, this is bad for our nation. I was expecting young people to tell the president the truth. Nilikuwa huko X and I tried to tap the mic, tapping the mic, but kulikuwa na specific people walikuwa wanafaa kuongea, even if they have no clue. Baka maswali na waishia wanasema now that you have no other question, let me speak. You see, but there's somebody who has tapped the mic. Unaelewa? So hakutaka watu wengi waongee. That is the case, and therefore tunge present our ideas very clear, like who we don't want ni wewe, kwa sababu tayari ushadanganya. You see, hiyo ni kusaliti nchi nzima. Umesaliti nchi nzima, umesaliti uongozi wako. Therefore everything unaenda kuplan sahihi, just as you have been keeping us busy tukijua kwamba you are doing something great for us. We don't want you, because again we are going to repeat the same thing, period. Either watu wamekufa ni sawa, watu wamekufa ni sawa, tumekubali. So properties zimekuwa zimeharibika ni sawa, unaelewa? Sijui nini, watu wameiba ni sawa, sisi tumekubali. We just need to sit down na to agree kwamba how these things are going to be replaced. We find a leader mwenye atakushikilia, kama ni jeshi, kama ni nani, Anthony General, ama nani aingie hapo ashikilie, tukiendelea kutafuta a quick election yenye itasaidia tupate kiongozi mwenye atashikilia mpaka 2027 ndio nchi yetu iweze kuendelea. That is what we want, period. Hakuna kitu kingine. Hata ukaelezea tu mnajua nimefanya okay, but it has been a lie all this long. Why did you wait to this end? Unaelewa? But people, the Gen Zs and millennials were presenting their own agendas. So now kutoka sahi, henceforth, what is your agenda?